We just hired a new gentleman named Mark Bassett, and I now need to enter him into QuickBooks as a new employee. There's a couple of different ways I could do that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Employee Center button. And of course, we would see normally our entire employee list over here on the left. I'm going to click New Employee, though, at the top of the screen. And it brings up the box, and I'm ready to go. This actually has a lot of information in it. I'm not going to fill out most of it. In the personal section, you have personal information, addresses, and additional information. I'm just going to put in his legal name here. And I'll press Tab, and you can see that that automatically copies down to Print on Check As. Put in the Social Security number, birth date, all of that information. The address and contact information would likewise be information that I should have, including his address, his phone numbers, and even account numbers, employee IDs, and some custom fields. The second section I need to do is from the drop-down where it says Change Tabs, and this is Payroll and Compensation. This is where, of course, it gets pretty important. This is also what we set the defaults for earlier. So you can see already that it has hourly wage, and I just need to put in what that value is for this employee. I'll go ahead and type $12.50. Likewise, down below, you would add any kind of other information that they wanted. If he didn't want to have a charity donation, I can simply remove that. Then I need to click on the Taxes button on the right-hand side. I need to put in information that I gathered from Mark. For example, he's married, is using 4 allowances or deductions, doesn't want any extra withholding, and he is subject to Medicare, Social Security, and federal unemployment tax. I could then go to the state. If he works in the same state as our company, that would be Idaho. Does have SUI, which they have to have, state unemployment insurance, that is. And we don't have any other miscellaneous information either. This says that Idaho withholding is not in my payroll item list yet, so I'll click Set It Up. Call it Idaho withholding. The agency that it's paid to needs to be selected. Fortunately, I already have them in there because we created sales tax earlier. Put in a number. And of course, this also goes to payroll liability, so I'll click Next. And the items that are subject to this tax, in this case he only has one, which is hourly wage, we'll leave alone. He's not going to have any pre-tax deductions, so we'll click Finish. I'll say OK to this message. There we go. So in his State tab, we now have everything that we need, except the fact that he is filing married with the same deductions. So we'll put in 4. Change his status, still no extra withholding, not a farm employee, great. If you had city or local taxes, you could go to Other, but we only need the federal and the state, so I'll say OK. As you can see, it's not terribly difficult when we work with this, but it is something that you have to work through. Unemployment is not in, so I'll set it up. You can see how many different accounts we have to go through. Fortunately, the wizard is doing it for us. I'm going to pay all of this to the Idaho State Tax Commission. It has done some calculations for me, which for now I'll accept. Click through all of the Idaho boxes, and then I'm finally finished. When I get through all of those tabs, I click OK. So a person has to have forms of earnings, additions, deductions, and company contributions, all of which need to be set up, a payroll schedule, and then you can come to the Taxes button and enter any of that, as well as sick vacation, and if they have direct deposit, you can do that as well. When you're all finished, you click OK. And we're not going to set anything else up, so we'll say Leave As Is when it gives us that question. And it gets us back to our Employee Center.